Good.
All right. I'm Sergeant Kevin Onheiser. Want to thank you on behalf of John Quinn for all of y'all coming. He has asked you guys to come here because he has a message that he wants the public to hear. And so I'm going to invite John, Mr. Quinn, to come up here and present a few words for you guys. John.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. My name is John Quinn, and I'm Jeannie Quinn's uncle, who will be speaking on behalf of Jeannie's entire family. First, I will thank you all for attending, and I would also like to thank the Abilene Police Department for their hard work and the opportunity to speak to all of you today. As you may be aware, Jeannie Quinn was reported missing to the Abilene Police Department on April 15, 2018. Her body was discovered on April 17, 2018. Jeannie was found hanging in a field near Arnold Boulevard and Marigold Street in Abilene with a hard wire twisted around her neck. The autopsy report called her death a staged hanging, and she died of asphyxiation. At the time of Jeannie's murder, Jeannie had just turned 20 years old and had her entire life ahead of her. Jeannie was a sweet and shy girl who loved to paint and take pictures. Jeannie was very creative and talented when it came to her art. Jeannie also loved animals, and she worked as a groomer part-time in Abilene, Texas. Even though Jeannie was 20 years old, she was just a child at heart who loved spending time with her family and her friends. She was a very sweet and innocent person. Jeannie touched the lives of so many people. She was a loving daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a niece, a cousin, and a great friend, and we all miss her very much. This past Saturday, on December 15th, Jeannie would have turned 21 years old, but yet she was robbed from seeing that day. Instead of celebrating her birthday, we are here grieving and fighting for justice to make sure Jeannie does not just become another statistic as her murderer remains out there walking the streets. It's disgusting. We, the family, are looking for anyone that could provide information that can help lead to the arrest and conviction in Jeannie's murder that occurred back in April 2018. Jeannie was last seen with an older white male who was also from Abilene, Texas, and traveled between Abilene and Abilene frequently. We believe that someone from either Abilene and or Abilene will have information. We are posting a $10,000 cash reward to anyone that can provide valuable information. All tips will remain completely anonymous. In addition to the cash reward paid by Jeannie's family, there is a reward that was raised in a GoFundMe campaign, which is currently $1,645. This raises the reward to $11,645. We are determined not to let this case go cold or become inactive. Again, we are confident that someone from either Abilene and or Abilene will have information. We are pleading with the public for information that can help get justice for Jeannie and possibly spare another innocent victim and their family. The person or persons responsible for this brutal act have no place in society and needs to be held accountable. I cannot emphasize enough that this was a brutal and vicious crime that no one should have to endure. We will not stop, and we will continue to seek information for as long as it takes. The Abilene Police Department for Jeannie's murder remains active. The number is 325-676-6598. Any and all tips will remain completely anonymous. We will continue to work with the Abilene Police Department and other agencies to make sure justice is served. Thank you all again for coming. I appreciate it. Anybody has any questions, I'll take a question or two. Amanda?
How important is, you're from New Jersey, how important was it to come down to Abilene and speak to us today?
It's very important. In fact, I'm going to be a permanent fixture down here in Texas until this is resolved. So this is I'm not here just visiting. I'll be here on a regular basis until this is done.
Speaking to the investigation, you talked about a person of interest. Has that person of interest been identified publicly?
John, no, not to my knowledge. You'd have to speak to the Abilene Police about that.
What can you do as a family? Obviously, you're here to make a plea to the public, the reward, the GoFundMe account. What more can you do as the family of Jeannie to get the word out and try to get information?
I'm open for suggestions, whatever it takes. I mean, I'm doing what I can, social media, and news conferences, working with the Abilene Police Department. If anybody has any suggestions or anybody can give me any kind of advice, I'm more than willing to help. And a private investigator is something that I did entertain, but I'm not getting involved with a private detective. That's not an option right now.
You say that you're going to be here frequently, or at least make a presence here. What will that be? Getting the word out every 2 or 3 months, coming to Abilene, or what is your plan as far as visiting this area to do some?
Well, hopefully it doesn't take months. As long as it takes, though, I will be here. And how often? As often as I take every day, one day at a time. And depending on how information unrolls or how the investigation unrolls, that will determine the factor on how often I come down here.
I know it's not hard. I mean, I know it's not hard. Not easy to stand up in front of the media and talk to people and plead to people about needing help. Why is it important for you to do that today?
There's several reasons. One is there needs to be accountability. That this person needs to be punished, and this, as I said, it was brutal and it was vicious, and I do not want this to happen again to another family, to another victim and their family. I mean, how this was done and what was done, this is not something that, it wasn't just a shooting and a robbery. This was a vicious crime. It was a brutal murder, and I don't want this to happen again.
And how important is it for you to come down here and make these efforts, do press conferences, like contact with the Abilene Police? How important is that to make sure that justice is served for your niece?
It's on one of my top other than my own family, it's one of my top priorities to get this done.
Are you the only family member that came today, or is there somebody else?
I'd rather not say.
Just yourself?
I'm the face for the family.
Okay.
How is the rest of the family holding up?
They're very emotional. They are. They're just. They're very emotional. I mean, it's a shock. It's still a shock, and it's not going. It's not going away. It's not getting better. I put it that way. It's not something that as time goes on, where it's just, it's getting better. It's not. That's all. Thank you.
Sergeant, could you speak as to where the investigation is now?
Yeah, Sergeant Willie Ford's gonna speak to you guys about if you have any questions about the investigation. You can ask me.
This investigation is ongoing. We're in constant contact with law enforcement agencies in the Levelland area. And so it's an ongoing investigation. I cannot discuss specifics of the investigation, only to say that we are working diligently. We appreciate Mr. Quinn and the rest of the family in their support, and we will not stop until we find the person responsible for this.
Detective, did you give your name? I'm sorry.
Sergeant Will Ford.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry. As to the investigation, I know you can't get into specifics, obviously, because there's some things that you can't say publicly. Is there a person of interest right now?
Yes.
Was it her boyfriend?
He was an acquaintance of hers, and so yes, he is a person of interest in this case.
Is there one person of interest or a couple persons?
Right now, we just have the one.
There was a search warrant for cell phones. Did y'all find anything on that?
I can't discuss that.
Sergeant, what would this reward that's being talked about today, what would that go towards? Are you guys looking for somebody to come forward with information about evidence? Are you guys looking for somebody to come forward with information about suspects? Where are you guys looking?
All the above. Any information that would lead us to evidence or individuals, we certainly welcome.
When it comes to cases like this where it's not gone cold yet, but where it's been a couple months, how important is it to have the public's information out there? Is that kind of one reason why evidence does break and y'all might find the suspect?
Absolutely. It's very common in cases, whether it be sometime months or whether it be years, that someone comes forward with some information or evidence that could lead to, that it's a break in the case that can lead us to making an arrest.
And when it comes to cases like this, some people might think they know something, but it doesn't seem important. Pretty much any information is important, correct?
Absolutely. Any information, whether you know it to be fact or if it's something that you heard, we welcome all and any information. Yes.
Sergeant, are you close to making an arrest in this case?
We're not close to as we would like to be.
Is there a reason why it's taken so long for this to be found, or is it just there's not enough evidence?
Well, as any case, evidence is crucial, and so yes, there is a lack of evidence, but we're still working, and there are some characteristics about this case that make it a little bit different in that neither one of these individuals lived here in Abilene, and so we don't know that there's anyone here that that could provide us the information that we need. Usually, when people are local, there's some information that's more information available just on that alone.
Has the investigation taken you to Levelland, where
Yes.
she's from?
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I just want to emphasize again that this reward is being offered by the Quinn family. All right, this isn't something that the police department is doing. This is strictly the work of the Quinn family to raise those funds and have those funds available for information that leads to the conviction of the person responsible. Okay?
Sergeant, that number given, was that the Crime Stoppers number?
That's the direct line to the tip line that they've created for this
Okay.
case.
Good point.
Okay? All right. Thank y'all.